with them now. And damn, I don't know how could I create a character so dumb, but I think that's
He
an
spit
achievement.
in the face of a god.
Yeah. And if it was against an evil god, that at least be seen as nice and defiant, but nope.
No, this is a god of light. Like, look, you're a fucking asshole.
I think that's an achievement. Create the dumbest asshole ever. And it's not even like a main boss or a villain or anything like that. It's just a lieutenant.
Just some random schmuck.
Oh man. And to be fair, he wasn't exactly a fan of Asmodees either. So even if Asmodees came up to him, he still was spinning his things. And then he probably would have got stopped, but anyway. Alright. So what you do so what's the plans now?
What exactly did we discuss we were going to do in Iron Band?
I think we're basically just going to start flipping towns and isolate the capital completely.
Right.
Since we can't move against them directly right now, all we can do is just start flipping shit.
Nah. 1 second, I have my nurse is here for a minute.
Okay.
Alright, so go into Iron Band, see about trying to flip it like every other town we've been in.
We're already in Iron Band.
Oh, we are already in Iron Band, okay.
Yeah, weren't we in Iron Band last time, Ty? Or were we in that one, or were we in Small Town?
I think we were either in Iron Band or we were like on our way to Iron Band.
We were in a city last time we were somewhere.
Okay, so it was either one or the other.
Sorry, I muted myself.
Alrighty. So, were we still in...
And yeah, you're on your way to Iron.
Okay, so we're somewhere between Small Town and Iron Band. Okay. Just move my token so we can just get some idea. So, looking at Iron Band, how heavily guarded does it look?
Not very heavily guarded. Surprisingly enough. They do have some guards on patrol, but it's like, nothing's gonna happen here.
So, Vikran, Remy,
Yes.
Sandra, should we, Leah, should we just walk in, or?
I'll first see what's going on. See if I can't figure out what's going on in there. Vikran puts on a ring of invisibility. I believe most of you guys have see invisibility.
I have seen visibly permanent seed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Vikran and Laura can't because, well, we'd have to cast the scroll on ourselves, which neither of us could do.
What exactly is it to cast a scroll? Is it like just use magical device, or?
It's spellcraft, and it requires a lot of Gerfangling, for lack of a better term, to pull it off if you don't have spellcasting abilities.
I have a plus 20 to spellcraft.
My characters have to be the ones who roll it, and they both have 0 in spellcraft. Effectively, so.
Oh shit.
So let me just pull up Vikran's character sheet really quick. And he's going to do his thing of sneaky with the ring of invisibility on. So plus 22, plus...
It's like plus 40, I think. Isn't it?
If I'm not moving. Since we're pretty much in forest or urban, so I do get a slight bonus. So 38 if they have see invisibility. Otherwise, it's 58 to notice me type. And I'll roll my perception now. And my perception to check things out. I see everything!
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, this is going to be an interesting time then. Okay. The mayor just escorted some high-ranking official out of the town, but you can see like pitchforks and knives and swords. The town is actually getting ready to rebel. They've been practicing. They've been sharpening their skills. They even have spies to send. They even have spies to send to the wall to see if they can find the Kraken or two.
Oh, so Iron Band is like, yeah, revolution time. So is the mayor still holding some control elsewhere, or is he the leading it?
No, the mayor pretty much controls the revolution. It's just that when anyone comes in town, it's like, oh, welcome to Iron Band. Yes, we are loyal to the Empire. To do anything to betray our overlord. Ah, yes. Thank you, and blessed be Asmodeus. And the second they leave, I'm sorry. The second they leave, 1 second, my doctor comes in the
no problem.
house.
Hey.
Praise the Emperor and all that stuff.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
So he's doing that whole like praise the emperor and whatnot stuff.
Yeah, the second they turn their backs, okay, now let's train. Okay, let's train.
Oh, got it. Quick question: are there any loyal Wufu soldiers hanging out nearby Iron Band?
Oh no, that's
This is
that's
one
how
of these-
that's how good the act is. That no soldiers got sent at all.
well, I'm just saying, do they have some stationed here? Not to stop this kind of rebellion, but more of a hey, we need a place to put soldiers kind of thing, or
Oh
just
no, they
not.
oh no they stopped. Oh no, they betrayed it. They turned the station over to them a long time ago. So no,
Got it. They needed more soldiers, so they're trusting this town to kind of lead itself.
yeah. Gee, I wonder why they need more soldiers.
It couldn't totally have been a small group of adventurers just breaking everything.
Not yeah. I'm about to like drink some more now.
You think you've drinking total to here?
Yeah, we're just adventurous. We kind of go places and we kind of break things.
A little less for now.
I mean, it's not just breaking things
Yeah.
that we do.
Like 9 times out of 10, we don't mean to break it, but usually it's the things we mean to break. Most beautiful things.
But yeah, you can see they've been training for a long time, so that the second something happens, they could just rush in. Of course, they're civilians, so
Oh yeah, true. You know what? I'm gonna put on my doctor's attire, and just walk into town. No obvious holy symbols. I just look like a wandering doctor.
all right. Well, one gets like, welcome to Honor Band. How may we help? How may we help a wonderful doctor like you? Did the
I'm merely
Empire send?
passing through. No. I'm just a traveler from faraway lands.
I have no
Uh,
association with the Empire whatsoever. I don't deal with scum-sucking monsters.
Scum-sucking monsters?
Wait,
Well,
I
that
didn't say
will.
that. And well, why are you here?
Well, don't that
Don't you?
don't. Well, don't that won't do at all. The Empire is loyal and brave. Nothing. I mean, I mean,
My doctor things. I don't know who this crazy lady is.
maybe I don't know.
Hi!
Just be,
Holds out her
just
hand. Holds out her hand.
hi, and she sticks out her hand.
Shakes the hand. There's just a very, very wide Cheshire Cat grin on Sandra's face.
Like I
I'll
said,
be back.
welcome to Iron Band, home of iron. That's what we produced here. That's what we produce here, and yeah.
Oh, so they're basically a mining town and probably have some decent, and maybe even have some blacksmiths floating around.
Of course, we have some blacks floating around.
I dabble a little bit in armoring. I'm gonna go check out and see what's going on with that. Do. Wanders over to where the blacksmiths are hanging out.
Well, just
Going
be
to-
careful. Just be careful. The Blacksers are very about humiliating, so they just won't let anyone in.
Inspecting their work from afar. Yeah. Seriously, another crit. So, are they doing a good job, or is it okay, or am I gonna have to show them how to do it right?
Oh, they're doing a good job. It's not perfect, but the but let's say you can, but against an empire, so it's not going to fall apart anytime soon.
Just wandering around. Do people look like they're in generally decent health, other than the standard ailments of being a peasant?
Oh yeah, they actually, because the Empire isn't there. They pretty much have food and they pretty much have food and they pretty much have self food and sustainability.
Oh, good, good, good. And you said there's not
I
really
think
an
they grow the crops. They grow the crops. They and farm their livestock.
Is there a shrine to Asmodeus here at all?
Surprisingly, no.
Oh, good. Good for them. One less thing to burn down.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I the mayor. I'm sorry. The
I don't
mayor.
ask. I just look around for it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking to people other than casual conversation.
I mean,
I'm observing.
I mean, we can still burn down the temples. Just to be thorough.
So not really much holy iconography otherwise.
No.
Too bad. So.
Well, there's obvious reasons, of course.
Oh yeah. I'll keep an ear out, see if anyone's causing. You know what? I'm just gonna search around, see if there are any spies for the Empire in this town. Because why the hell not?
Would you like me to assist you, Vikran?
Sure, why not? So what kind of roles? That can be kind of a diplomacy check to try and gather information?
Yeah.
What do you guys need me to do?
Well, you've got a new plaything, don't you? 28.
I mean, I do. That doesn't necessarily mean I can't help.
Well,
I'm going to hang on. I'm going to use my the Heresy Inquisition Inquisition I took instead of a domain and re-roll this. It's a level 4 thing. Son of a.
And it sounds like you could beat your townspeople.
Oh, you may roll twice and take the more favorable. Nah.
I mean, I could meet the townspeople, but that's just going to end up being awkward.
Look, this place looks like it's potentially very friendly. So just don't burn it down or break anything.
I would never do either of those things.
Pulls out journal of every time you've done that.
You actually have a journal at this point?
And where I asked first.
Yep.
Except the one time you don't have recorded.
So yeah, let's see.
We don't talk about that time though.
So we've got the mayor who's totally loyal to the Empire. We're gonna need to talk to them quietly.
Can we put him in a Sam?
The mayor? No, he could be our friend.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So, what's the role?
I got a 28 for kind of gather information.
And I have a 19 because take the better of the roll.
I can't. Yep, and see if I can't pull. Can't find and pull out some. What's a good way to put it? See if I can't uncover some troublemakers, mainly spies for the Empire.
All right. Well, Vikran, you look around and you actually, and the highly ranking official actually left behind a spy or two. After all, the towns are the towns are good, so just to make sure that something doesn't happen, the rabble don't
Get
try to
uppity.
rebel against. Exactly.
So what did he leave behind?
A couple of spies.
Oh, he did leave a couple of spies behind. Do I figure out who they are?
Roll's perception check.
I'll assist him.
I think I find them with a 53.
Oh yeah, one dwarf and one elf.
Hey, I get bonuses against those.
Against dwarf as well.
Yep, I have ancestral. I have a very specific thing for Drow called, what was it? Ancestral Grudge. I get a +1 against elves and drow. Sorry, and dwarves. Elves and dwarves in it for attack rolls. So.
So yeah,
Which one do you want?
The elf is just walking the streets, like plainly, and the dwarf is actually in the forge.
You know what? I want to go annoy the dwarf and tell him how he and show him how he's an inferior crafter.
I mean, that's just rude.
All right.
He's spying on these people.
All right.
So I'm going to check on his quality of crafting. So I'm doing my armorer check. Is he a good crafter?
He's decent, just enough so that the head armor doesn't yell at him.
All right.
You're letting the metal get too hot.
What? No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, you're letting the metal get too hot. Watch, and I'll take
no.
take a piece of armor that he just finished, take out a hammer, and just basically shatter it. You made it too brittle.
No. I'm fine. It's fine. See, I'll just. It's just a mistake.
I straight up show him. I take another piece of armor that he just finished and hit it with another hammer, and then shatter that one. This armor is too brittle.
Why do they need some armor anyway? It's not like anyone's going to attack the town or anything like that. Not as long as the Empire. Not as long as the Empire protects it. Now, if you
this is how you properly make armor. And I just kind of bump him out of the way, and I start showing him how to do his job.
What are you doing? It's just a couple mistakes. That's all.
Now this armor could get somebody killed, and I'm going to make a scene. Make sure the head armorer sees this, and I'm showing him how to do his job. A guy in a doctor's outfit. I am a doctor. I prefer to prevent.
I am a doctor, not a surgeon.
I'm a doctor. I prefer not having to patch people up due to shoddy workmanship from armor.
What do you mean shoddy workmanship?
I already shattered 2 pieces of your armor with a hammer.
It was a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes.
And those mistakes cost
yes, everyone makes mistakes, but your mistakes will get people killed. What do you want now?
Won't.
Listen to him. Maybe do better than decent. Fine. All right, go on. Make it quick.
Okay, so basic armor crafting 101. And I'm just going to take him through the most slow and painful and verbose explanation of all of this for the next several hours. He does not get breaks this entire time.
Well,
I've been through all this.
And clearly you didn't master it. So we're going over it again.
Who are you? You're not a dwarf.
No, I'm not. I am merely a traveler.
Yeah, right.
That is the truth. Vikram is merely a traveler.
that actually is the truth.
I know.
He's an adventurer.
I know.
Vikram,
I know, that's the best part.
Magical lobster.
Anyway, what's everyone else doing while
Well, while Vikram decides to go after the dwarf, I'm going to cast 2 spells on myself. First, Muffle Sound and Invisibility, and I'm going to tail that elf. So...
Lara's going to help you out if you mind throwing muffled noise on her as well. She'll use the Ring of Invisibility.
Alright, I cast Muffled Sound on her as well. So she'll get plus 24 to stealth.
All right,
So,
while he's walking around trying to, pretty much bring up conversation, see what the rumor mill is today. And since he's an unknown stranger, like, oh yeah, ask Billy. Oh yeah, the king. Oh yeah, the emperor is king. Oh, where's the Asmillian temple? The mayor's working on it. Yeah, the mayor's working on it. He just has some. He just has to. He just has to make sure the temple is perfect. Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
This is getting
Yeah,
very creepy.
he's lying, of course. Well, not the spy, the citizen.
Alara's going to do detect evil on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Does he pop?
The citizen or the spy?
Either. It's a standard scan. She can do it on everyone.
All right. All right. The spy is evil. The citizen is good.
Well,
okay.
Alara only gets a yes or no if they're evil or not.
Yeah, so technically she knows he's at least neutral or better.
Yeah,
That's
neutral
it.
or better.
It's basically binary. Are you evil? Yes or no. That's basically it.
Right.
Alright. And since basically Saloon's a human lie detector, she can tell if somebody lies. So
yeah,
kind of covered in that area.
Yeah, obviously Saloon tells that the citizen is lying to his teeth.
How good a performance is he at lying?
Huh?
Like, how good at lying is he?
Let's just say him and pretty much everyone else give Remy a run for money.
So basically to the point of, if we didn't know better, we'd actually think they were being honest.
Exactly.
At least as far as they knew.
Yep.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yep. Saloon, you get a nudge from Alara, and she goes, "Hey, Saloon, do you want to pretend to be invisible ghosts and make this guy repent?"
Okay, you actually can't see her, but she's basically turns her head to you with a smile on her face and says, I haven't had fun like that in a long time. Let's do it.
So basically we've gotten to the point where our guys are just fucking with the people from the Wufu Empire because we've got nothing better to do. I mean, we could just, walk up, slap him with a sap, drag him into an alleyway and interrogate them, but no.
It's too open. That's too boring.
So, Alara will kind of quietly walk by the guy and just kind of whisper, "Repent your sins," and then continue walking.
Like, what the hell? It's nothing. And he tries to walk into a bar.
We are bad people.
Yep. Wait.
The bar door will stay shut and will not open.
What the hell? The bar is open. I can actually...
Do not enter this house of sin. Repent.
That's just mead. Booze isn't a sin.
I'm like, what's going on? Booze is a sin. I'm pretty sure Lord Asmodeus doesn't care about, repenting.
The gods of darkness shall fall. Follow the path of the light.
No. Now I know I'm hearing things. I don't know, maybe I should go back to bed. And he quietly drags himself to his room.
And we're still following invisibly.
he looks around to make sure that no one's following him.
Do you want us to do another stealth check?
No, it's just a basic look over.
Meanwhile, God help us, whatever Sandra is doing.
Whatever you do in your
What
pocket.
F-
Now, let's learn how to properly rivet.
Yes.
I know how to properly rivet.
Hold the rivet in place, and I'll show you how to do it properly. Hammer slips ever so slightly, landing on his thumb.
At this point, yeah. Like, damn it.
You're not holding it properly. Use the longer tongs. Why did you use those short ones?
I would. The short ones have been fine.
Okay, then let's try this again. He's still using the short tongs. Hammer comes down on his hand.
Damn it. Are you doing this on purpose? Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, caught for a second. I'm trying to teach you how to do this right. Now get the longer tongs.
He drives himself to get the longer. At this point, everyone, a couple of people watching, like, this is fun. It's about time someone actually taught him how to blacksmith. All right, so
Remy goes to the bar.
Meanwhile, across town, he opens the room. He looks around, opens a hidden passageway to a room.
Curiosity is piqued, is growing. I assume that Laura's also going to follow.
Yes.
Like, question, like the door, like is there like some kind of like, how exactly does it open? Like, is it like a sliding bookcase type thing, or like how exactly is it opening?
Like a hidden wall, like a hidden. Like you pass a wall, you think, okay, it's just nothing there, and then a spell is cast, and the wall like slides out and just walks in.
All right. So.
And inside the wall, of course, this is shrine for Asmodeus on one hand. Of course, their bedroom, their freaking food and board, and another red bird to send messages to other spies, like, hey, this is what's going on in this town. Report.
Well, you got somebody who knows how to command a hawk who can handle that if that thing tries to take off.
Mm-hmm.
Who also has a bird whistle that only birds can hear.
That, and quick question. Let's just see, Wall. If I wanted to like restrain him and then force him to like sniff like a rag of chloroform, would that be like anything special? Like how exactly would I do like a grapple check?
Doing a technically it would be a grapple check with kind of a hand wavy since we're so prepared, there's no real way for him to get out of it. Basically, we're doing the equivalent of we're going to do a roll to see if we can at least grab him and then just not worry about having to go through a whole combat encounter. But I've got an idea that might work, that might be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a ring that I can turn invisibility on and off at will.
Yes.
And Laura can cast light on herself.
I'll try and get to his side so I don't get affected by that, so I can at least stay hidden somewhat.
No. Not okay. It's not, this is not daylight. This is regular light.
Daylight wouldn't even affect me. I just want to stay somewhat stealthy.
Alara will put on her helmet, which you haven't seen her do before. She doesn't normally wear it, but she does have one.
Oh, shit's getting real.
More specifically, you see the clear holy symbol of Iomedae, the white armor, the mithril armor, sword, and as the guy is turning away, Alara will quietly whisper the command word to reappear, and he'll notice that there's something glowing behind him.
Like, I don't need this much light too. What the? Oh, fuck.
As he is distracted, I'm going to do a grapple check and forcefully put like a rag of chloroform under his right in front of his face, as well as having the traces of her fangs on his neck, which would basically force him to inhale, so he can't just try and hold his breath to get out of this. Does a 33 beat his Flatfoot CMD?
Yeah,
More than likely.
it's just a troop, so yeah, it beats it.
Okay.
I'll put him in a chair.
Question, what is the hawk doing?
Nothing, just staring at you.
Does it look like there's like an open window or somewhere where he could just get out quickly?
The second, oh yeah.
I'm going to try and close all the windows.
And the second you do, he realizes, okay, now things are getting personal, and it's trying to fly at one.
Alara simply just pulls a whistle out and whistles a series of commands. Suddenly, Hawk appears.
He tries to fight them.
Yes, but here I highly doubt he's higher than this. This Hawk. So let's see. So he is going. The Hawk does actually have an attack. So out of nowhere, charge attack. Hawk comes in and slashes at him. 33 versus AC.
It hits.
Sorry, 27.
It still hits.
Let's see, 1d20 plus. And it's going to take 6 damage from as a talon slashes across its chest.
As the talon slashes across his chest, he's forced to back off, looking for a new window to pretty much try to escape from.
And again, I'm doing everything I can to quickly close windows.
Well, this is Halate engaging in combat with the Hawk, the other Hawk. It's Hawk on Hawk combat.
He's trying to run, and Halate's pretty much slashing at him.
I gotta say
Caw,
this.
motherfucker!
I gotta say this now. Bird and bird violence is the worst violence.
Oh boy!
Caw, motherfucker!
Eventually, it returns to its perch and it actually tries to heal itself.
Halate will just sit on the other side of the room, watching it.
And like I said, I'm just doing what I can to close all windows.
Alright, so he closed all the windows. He actually knows a letter on the ground. He actually knows a letter that's halfway through, but pretty much to say it's like, pretty much the spy master, like, hey, this is what I found in town today. Nothing, this is what I found in town today. Blah, blah, blah.
So nothing to indicate that anything's been going on.
Not yet.
Well, Alara will tie this guy to a chair and just let him sit there for a little bit. And while standing, still full paladin gear, helmet, glowing, staring at this guy, waiting for him to wake up. Basically, he's waking up with a paladin resting on her sword, standing in front of him. Who's glowing?
Does this fall under kinky?
No, she's not doing anything sexual.
Would he find it kinky, though?
So, Alessandro, what torture is torture is in your castle today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not doing anything to anybody.
What's
That would be wrong.
What's happening to Mr. Dense Motherfucker?
Well, currently he's rolling a iron spear up a hill.
So kind of like
It's not
a
actually-
Sisyphus type thing.
Yes.
And it's never ending hill?
No, what it is when he gets to the top, the spear opens up and swallows him and rolls him back down.
Oof.
So he just gets banged up inside the hollow spear. That's
Boy.
yay! It's also got healing traps inside of it because I'm a cleric and I can do that. So it actually heals him up after, so he doesn't actually get killed from it.
It just sucks a lot.
Yeah. And if he doesn't do anything, the trap that has fly on it makes the spear start flying up and then drop him. So so he gets time. Takes a few hours of grind. Just every minute
and
get dropped.
Oh boy. And finally, Remy. I assume you're sitting at the bar?
Yes.
All right. As you're actually sitting at the bar, a couple of men approach you like, this is,
Let's get in on the kitty.
No. Can you come with us? The mayor wishes to speak with you. So you're going to come with them?
Yeah, sir.
All right. The mayor. So the mayor. So on the side, the mayor's like, I recognized you. You're Remy, aren't you?
Remy's using disguise self right now.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm the
She does not look. She does not look like Remy right now.
Okay.
So
Okay, so the disguise. Okay. That's a very nice song. How would you like to How would you like to let's just say sing songs for a different cause?
just bored. I would like to adventure.
No, it's just so that I like the way you let's just say rally people together. You know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
We'll speak later. But
Yeah.
I need someone to rally people together, if you will. Sentences or
I have to think about it.
a proper motivation. Okay, well, carry on. And the mayor
Okay.
leaves.
No. You're letting the metal get too cold. We're not doing a gnomish forge practice. We're using dwarven practices.
I don't even know dwarven practices. Oh wait, I'm a dwarf.
You're
Damn
a dwarf
it.
who doesn't know how to forge like a dwarf. What is wrong with you?
Leave me alone.
I think you're just being mean now.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're a smith, or do you have some other sort of employ?
I'm a smith. My family's been smiths. My grandfather's been a smith. I don't know. I mean, yes, my family's been smith. My uncles were smith. My father's a smith. My grandfather's a smith. Hell, when I finally get married, my wife will be a smith.
Kinky?
and if it wasn't for orders, I would just walk out right now. So hurry up.
You're clearly not happy with this work.
I think he's clearly getting annoyed.
Yes, that's what I've been. I've been doing. I'm trying to get him to lose his shit.
Oh, yeah, he's slowly but surely losing his shit. Meanwhile, at at the meanwhile, the the Elvis body's been waking up. Like,
That same paladin from earlier, still glowing, still wearing her helmet. You can see the elf ears pointing out from the helmet, though.
Damn it!
Iomedean holy symbols.
What do you want?
For you to choose a better path.
Well, I chose a path.
Not the path of darkness, the path of light.
What the path of light done for me?
Not killed you yet.
The path of light does not just give you things and do things for you. It's a path you choose, one of self-sacrifice. That will in the long run lead to the satisfaction of knowing that people are safe. And not having to deal with the horrors that you choose to take on yourself.
Yeah, tell that to my family. They chose the path of light, and they all got killed for it.
Which is something which can happen if you follow that path. But how many people are alive today because of that sacrifice?
They're not sacrificing. They're just walking up the street or just playing around, and they got killed. Just from a random thug to the Empire itself. Yeah, path of light, my you know what.
Yes. And I have lost friends. I have lost family on that path, yet I still follow it.
Well, maybe you're wrong. The path of light is left. The path of light for me is nothing but nothing but pain and suffering. At least the path of darkness, you can send others to pain and suffering as well.
Well, if you're not going to talk to me about redemption, I guess my friend will have to talk to you instead. Laura steps aside.
Hello there.
And what do you want?
Oh, I just want some answers right from you, and I will get them one way or another. The only question is, are you going to do this the easy way, or will you just make this hard on yourself? Because after all, I'm open for either. It's been a while since anyone's ever actually thought that they could withstand an interrogation from me. Where do we start?
I'm a spy. Do your worst.
She's an inquisitor. The inquisitors even make me shudder.
Yes.
He starts to question his resolve, but he's still like, I don't care. Do your worst. Nothing.
Give me a second to see what that spell was. It was not that one, but where was it? I had it. Not that one. It's not that one. Okay, let's see, is it that one? Ah, simply put, all you have to do is just confess your sins, and we shall be merciful. And at that point, she casts the spell Confess on the target. You ask the target a single question. On the subject's next action, it must answer truthfully in the same language as the question, or take 1d6 points of damage per 2 caster levels, up to a maximum of 5d6 damage, and be sickened for 2d4 rounds. A successful will save will negate the sickening effects and half the damage. The creature that is unable to answer will still take damage. So I need you to roll a will save.
Wait 1 second. Damn. 12.
You fail. Now, all we want to really know are just 2 very simple questions. The first is, who is the spy master, and where are they? So he basically has to answer truthfully for that first question. The who is.
I don't know.
Is he telling the truth?
He's telling the truth, but actually he doesn't know.
No, so he legitimately does not know. Interesting. You don't know. So obviously you simply give your notes to the hawk. And Saloon looks to the hawk, or falcon, whatever it is. And that bird will then take it to the spy master. An annoyance. Well then, if you can't answer that question, you obviously cannot answer where. Actually, though, do you happen to know where? It probably goes into the Empire itself. Let me guess, our spy master is in the Empire capital itself.
Yes, but it's not in the castle.
Where would it be?
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe a brothel. Maybe someone maybe someone whose house has been ransacked. Who knows?
Can I tell if he's telling the truth?
He's telling the truth.
Okay. Well,
The spy master moves from place to place.
and you don't know who...
Only the hawk can detect where he is. Or even if it's a he or a she, who knows?
Yes. This does complicate things. Now, your other friend, the dwarf. Do you believe he might have the answers we are looking for? Or would he be just as in the dark as you are?
I hope he's in the dark. If he isn't, well, the hawk has a couple of ways to kill you. Quick, fast, and a hurry.
Interesting.
I'm not supposed to say this, but look at his beak.
I take a look at the beak and kind of position myself in between the prisoner and the hawk.
It's laced with fast action poison.
With what kind of poison?
Fast. Yeah.
Could you type it in the chat?
The second either
Fast acting.
Oh, fast acting poison. Okay, I thought you said something specific.
Yeah. pretty much the second either the Hawk, the second either a spy betrays or at least finds out who the spy master is, he slashes the target, and well, they die.
Now, your spy master, do they require daily updates? Or just simply an update when something happens?
The daily updates.
Hmm.
So I have to finish my letter before before midnight.
Unlike now, we've seen a previous Red Hawk that was for the Emperor, and it could, like, speak or project the Emperor through it. Can these hawks do the same?
We've got it in the pocket dimension now. It's being dunked in a river.
Yeah, that one specifically. I'm just asking if, like, other hawks can do the same thing. Like,
No, only the Emperor is specifically designed to speak.
then how about this? You finish writing off that there's nothing going on, and I will make sure that it is safely attached to that hawk. But they are smart. There's a chance it might try and indicate that something's off. Alara, should we risk him just writing a note indicating that nothing has happened and give us a good 24-hour window? Or should we just risk killing the hawk and going after the other one?
We could always write a note. We could always try to follow the hawk, figure out where it's going.
Yes, that is a possibility, but if we're caught at the Empire, in the capital, or near the capital, there'll be many casualties. This complicates things even further. However, it could be somewhere on the outlying area, not in the city itself. I think we'll do that. What hand do you write with? She asks the prisoner.
My left one.
Alright. I carefully... Laura, just keep an eye on him. I undo his left arm. I take the note out that was there and leave, some pen out for him to use. While this is going on, I'm keeping an eye on that hawk, and I'm ready to, intercept it as quickly as possible, grabbing it or something.
Haley is keeping an eye on it. So basically, we got a hawk showdown here.
And Ray he finished right away, nothing here to report. The town is still loyal to you.
Okay.
And yeah.
Where on the hawk do you usually attach it? Its left leg, I assume?
There is one question I would like to ask, and I would like you to, Inquisitor Safina, make sure he's telling us the truth. You had coded letters that you were any code within the letter that you were captured.
Oh, you're asking if there's any cryptography in the code?
No.
Right.
We're asking him if he included anything in the letter that could tip off the guy that he's been captured.
To which I'm again gonna use that spell again. And simply put, just please be truthful with us. At that point, the spell is cast. The confess spell is cast on him.
Here, and here.
What? Okay, so he included some code.
Yeah, exactly.
So what kind of coding is this? Some kind of...
There are certain words I don't use unless I've been captured. So if I have to use certain words, then the spy master knows that something's wrong. Everyone has those certain words
I know somebody who might be able to copy this handwriting and send a letter that doesn't contain these words, since we clearly can't trust him to write a letter.
Agreed. But this does put us into a very difficult position. What do we do with you?
While you do that, after about a couple of hours, he throws down his hammer and like fuck this, and storms out the blacksmith guild.
I am not done with you.
I am done with and then just walks out.
Anyone trying to stop him?
Fine, you're fired. No, no, I mean, don't fire me. Just give me some time, okay? Just don't fire me. Listen, I have to go home for a second to feed my bird. After this, I'll be back. Trust me. And proceeds on home.
Vikrin is going to quietly slink out the back, and he's going to do his stealthy ranger shit.
And all right, as you do your stealthy ranger,
apparently I'm invisible effectively with a 52. No one sees the ranger.
Okay. So as you
do I need to keep an eye on him?
I know, because he's walking the streets. He pulls out a note and starts writing a letter. Like, okay, something suspicious is going on. They stopped buying on weapons for some reason, and now someone has to, and now it insists that the weapons I forged is at decent quality. Hopefully, it's nothing, but just keep an eye out. And they walks to an invisible door and slips on in.
Oh, Vikrin's going to slip in behind him if he has the time. Otherwise, he's basically going to do a bull rush through that door and seal it behind himself.
Like, what are you doing here? As he looks
I
at...
told you I was not done with you.
Okay, this is just mean.
He's a spy.
I'm aware, but there's some amount of etiquette you should at least have.
Does he try to take a swing at me?
No, I thought he bum rushed him from behind, so he doesn't try to take a swing at you.
Well, no. I'm not trying to take him down. I am just now standing in front of him. I'm just making sure I can get him to the door before he seals
it. Get out of my way! Like I said, it's going to feed my bird. There's nothing wrong with feeding my bird, is it?
It depends. Is that bird a messenger hawk that you're going to use to contact your boss about the ongoings of the city?
At this point, he takes a swing at you.
Dodge.
And he says, I'm the bad one. Like, oh, Sandra, you're crazy. As she's watching Vice crying.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with one guy. You're a wizard that is a little bit on the eccentric side.
What are you talking about? When have I ever fucked with more than one guy?
Psych warfare here.
When have I fucked with more than one person? Name one time. Cuts back to the earthquake. Cuts back to when she caused snow, freezing a river, it just repeatedly cuts back. The Sams, the assassins are just like, she's
Toiling
talking
away in a
aloud.
turnip field.
They're actually kind of happy because it's at least it's nice.
Nice, peaceful, quiet. They get to chuckle at the guy who has to always move that damn iron ball up the hill.
And the bird that's repeatedly drowned.
Yeah. So he takes a swing at Vikrin. Vikrin's not going to attempt to attack him. Is he using hand-to-hand combat, or is he swinging a weapon at him?
No, it's using hand-to-hand combat. It's 20.
Versus AC?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he misses horribly. Vikrin just, so he was swinging a hammer at me? You said, Ty?
No, just a blunt fist.
He's trying to punch you in the face.
Vikrin just dodges.
Shatter his cloaca.
Listen, I'm just...
Your footwork is a mess.
What do you know? You're just a doctor.
Oh, you think I do not know how to fight, do you?
Of course not. Thou shalt do no harm, remember?
Dick
You're
punch.
running under the assumption that I am a doctor of, and then insert the very specific faith that has that tenet. I am not. I am a Desnan. We do.
That's not priest.
I'm a Desnan. I'm a
Oh,
servant of Desna.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
As
And back to waste.
And I'm going
Hey,
to punch him in the face and showing him how to do proper footwork.
And as he falls to the ground, he pretty much tries to work him out. Vikrin is here. Vikrin is here.
I only do 3 damage, so all I did was I basically backhanded him.
I like to imagine that you're just gonna whack him on the nose, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah, that works too. I just whop him on the nose. That's how you do proper footwork. Now let's try it again."
He tries to crawl to his Hawk, help me!
Squawk!
Is there a hawk flying in the room now?
No, he's still in the standoff with Halle.
Wait. We're at the same place.
Yeah.
As where Alara and Saloon are.
Yep.
Yeah, they just heard Vikrin. Yeah. And then Vikrin go. Does Saloon pop her head around the corner when she hears the dwarf yell after getting bopped on the nose?
Pretty much.
No, I'm asking Kiri. Alara's gonna peek her head around the corner, going, "What the hell's going on here?"
Squawk! It's just constantly the squawk sounds.
We'll worry about the response later. So, again, let's try that. Go on, take a swing.
He tried to take a swing, but was actually trying to just run past you.
I just get in his way.
He knows he doesn't stand a chance against you at this point. So
I'm going to attempt to trip him.
I mean, it's not a bad plan.
I'm just gonna trip him. I do a sweep. I sweep the leg.
No, don't sweep the leg. He'll be able to do the swan kick then. You'll make him more powerful.
Welcome back. Hey, Kiri?
Yeah.
You heard a dwarf yell and Vikram say, that is how you do proper footwork down the hall from where you guys are.
Kinky?
And now you hear, and then you heard a very loud thud on the ground.
Okay.
Do you peek your head around the corner?
I thought I'd keep an eye on him. I take a peek around the corner.
You see Vikram currently standing over a guy going, your footwork is still terrible.
I go up into
with a clenched fist in one hand and a letter in the other hand.
All right. I attempt a sleight of hand check. Well, I guess two checks. First one to sneak up on him, and the second to just try and like sleight of hand that note away from him. All right, that's my stealth check, and this is me trying to just like sleight of hand that note away from him, without him realizing it.
What's the checks now?
First roll was a stealth check just to get up to him.
Second is sleight of hand. He's trying to steal it. Steal the note.
No, what's the checks? Like actually, no.
Yeah, sleight of hand. Let me pull up that really quick.
Yep. The stealth roll, I rolled a 40.
Okay.
So I sneak up on him. So I think he said his back was facing me. The second roll, 31. That was my sleight of hand. That was me trying to take that note from him.
If you try to take something from a creature, you must make a DC 20 sleight of hand check. The opponent makes a perception check to detect the attempt opposed by the sleight of hand check result you achieve when you try to grab the item. An opponent who succeeds in the check notices the attempt, regardless of where you got the item or not. You cannot use this skill to take an object, another creature during combat if the creature is aware of your presence. He's not aware, so sleight of hand will work. So he can. Saloon can. With that, do that. The guy does get a perception check to attempt to see. That has been taken.
Wait a second. This sounds like a bad idea.
Ooh, about 26.
All right, so he
doesn't notice. He has to beat a 31.
Oh well, then yeah, you.
So is he just waving his hand around saying, "I have this letter that will stop you all"?
Yeah, like wait, what?
What letter? What letter are you speaking of? Your hand is empty.
Not looking around for a letter or try. I was trying to run to simple new letter.
If he tries to get up, I just re-trip him.
I have in my hand a chloroform soaked rag.
I just love that you guys are just like, let's just drug this dude.
No, I think he's learned his lesson.
True, but at the same time,
after the second trip, when he tries to get up, because getting up does provoke an attack of opportunity. So I sweep the arm that he uses to try and push himself off the ground.
Alright, so, damn it! If I knew you were there sooner. Yeah.
As he gets tripped, I'm going to go into the room. Any open windows? Is the hawk still there?
Hawk's still there. No open windows.
See invisibility? Is there like an invisible window?
Oh, damn it. Yes, for extreme emergencies, like a couple invisible windows.
Okay, of those invisible windows, how many of them are open?
Well, two of them, both of them.
Both of them. How close together are they?
One in the room, one the other in the room.
one on each end of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Vikrin, I'm going to need your help now.
What do you need me to do?
On that end of a room, there's an invisible window. I need you to close it.
Oh, I can try that. Would you like me to do it stealthily?
Yes, because I don't want this hawk to get out.
Okay, one moment, please. Alara, can you hand me the ring? Alara tosses the ring down the hallway. Vikram puts it on. Zoop, gone. So,
And the second Vikram attempts to close the first window, the Hawk tries to fly to the second one.
And I was at that end to try and close that one as well.
Halei is going to attempt a trip maneuver on the hawk. She actually does know how to do this. Technically. You can trip flying creatures. They immediately fall to the ground.
I know, it's just a very funny image.
$27 versus CMD.
It hits.
Yep, it falls to the ground.
It crashes to the ground. Like,
And I close the window.
Halei takes its original perch. It's hers now. My perch.
He looks up at Halei like, yeah. But that's and try to fly to one of the bodies.
I move to intercept. What kind of roll do you want me to do for that? To like try.
Actually, I'm gonna attempt to command this hawk. Rangers do have that ability. Animal empathy. Let's see. Animal empathy is wild empathy. Sorry. Okay. Wild empathy. Ranger can improve the initial attitude of an animal. This ability functions just like diplomacy check. Here we go. To use wild empathy, a ranger and the animal is within 30 feet of one another under normal visibility. Generally, the influence of the animal away takes 1 minute. I believe I can use diplomacy with this. So, yeah, this is not going to be easy, but it's going to take a minute. Influence the animal. That's what influence it may take more or less time. Vikram's going to pull out some basically hawk treats and try and get this guy to calm down. So it's going to be 18 plus half my ranger level. This is, I believe, is a diplomacy check, so another 8. Easy there, buddy. Easy. We're not going to hurt you.
So what's the role?
Here we go. Influence ability. If this thing is considered hostile, the DC target is 25 plus the creature's charisma modifier, which for hawks is actually quite low. Actually, no, it's neutral. It's a 10. So if this thing is considered unfriendly, it's 20 plus the charisma modifier of the creature. If it's indifferent, it's 15 plus. So if you succeed, improves by 1 step for every 5 by which your check exceeds the DC. The character's attitude towards you increases by 1 additional step. Cannot be shifted more than 2 steps in this way. So let's see. Depending on what it's considered, 30. So I think I can get it to indifferent about us at best if it's considered hostile. But if it is considered unfriendly, I can get it up to friendly easily enough.
It like landed like slowly approaches the snack.
There you go, buddy. We're not going to hurt you.
Like, yeah. He takes the snack, eats it, then just stares at you all.
I don't think he's going to be on our side, but I don't think he's going to be causing any trouble, are you now, little buddy?
He eats another snack.
I turn to the. I look at the elf in the chair and just go, "Oh, hello. I was gonna look into you later. I guess so. My friends got to you first." Vikram pulls off his mask.
Ugh, I knew something was wrong. Of course, a note would say. Of course, the note that the Of course, the note that the dwarf was saying like, "Hey, they stopped playing weapons over here. Something's wrong. Maybe
Burning
maybe
that
some."
note.
Of course, the bottom of the note says, "Victor's here."
Burning note. Note has been burned.
Shit.
I'll burn that note unless Saloon wants to keep it for whatever reason.
We kind of need to keep a hold of this, mainly to have the handwritings forged. Simply put, they are required to do daily checks.
And
Hello, my friend.
presumably we can't exactly trust
One
them,
second.
Sorry to interrupt.
All right, 1 second. I have to keep her food.
It's fine.
Rar?
Just waiting for Ty to get back.
Okay.
And I'm back.
Back.
Welcome back. So as I was saying,
I see you have two spies pretty much tied up,
Kinky.
and now you have something to do with the daily report.
yes, we need to.
Oh, yeah, Vikram's kind of looking around, going, "I'm presuming we can't trust either of these guys."
No. There's a part of me that almost wishes to just simply let the Hawks do what they intended to do. But that would cause more problems for us in the long term.
No, looks like this little hawk here is taking some damage. Oh, looks like Halle got a good scratch into you. Let's patch you up there, little buddy.
Be careful. There's a very fast-acting poison in their beaks.
Oh, I I think he'll let me remove it from his beak, won't you? Vickard's going to use a heal check to patch up the hawk and kind of clean his beak properly. So 26 should be enough to heal him.
Yeah.
Thank God you can't fail skill checks.
And am I able to kind of get the poison off the beak of this poor thing? That poison probably was messing with the taste of that stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, he managed to get the poison off.
There you go. You're probably doing all better, aren't you, little bird? Aren't you, little hawk?
At this point, it's a little bit more friendly now. Hello. Okay.
You're still here.
Gentlemen, I'm presuming at this point we got 2 chairs, each one tied up, and they're facing forward. So, gentlemen, we have I guess we can agree we can have a deal. We can make a little deal out of this. One of you gets to go back to wandering the streets. The other we send into the mystery dimension.
Sandra looks out. Was this my dimension? You mean?
Aren't you looking for more turnip farmers?
I mean, I guess sure.
Wait,
Yes.
mystery dimension.
Hi.
Oh no. No.
So do you just have a little portal pop out and you stick your head through?
Yeah.
It's waving.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
It sounded mad.
That's an inaccurate statement. We prefer the term clinically crazed.
I always went with eclectic.
I thought we agreed to eccentric. Sandra the eccentric.
That also works too. Frankly, doesn't really bother me one way or another.
At this point, the dwarf and the elf try to back up from Sandra's. Like, I'll tell you anything you want.
Oh no, you don't.
No,
Laura's
I would
behind
tell
both of
you.
them, and making sure they don't scoot back anymore, and she'll scoot them a little bit closer to Sandra.
Oh, don't struggle. No tears. It is a good waste of suffering.
I mean, I like it when they struggle. It encourages me.
Yep. So which one of you can write letters mentioning that everything is still going fine?
We actually were both about to. Don't lie. Listen, I will tell you all of the keywords that I shouldn't use. If you just let me go.
You're not going to get let go. We're going to still be observing you. It's just you get to move around. The other one goes with her, and Vickers points over to her shoulder, probably to a waving Asana.
No, for one, she's not waving. She's not. The portal's still there, but after a few seconds, she comes out with some tea and sets it down.
What, on like a tensor's floating disc or something?
Yeah, on a tensor's floating disc. Exactly. Honestly, I could make a construct just that it is a tea table.
Is that the blend I got you about 2 months back?
Yes.
Glad you're enjoying it.
It's fun. I used about half of it specifically to make an arcane trap that makes more of it. I mean, it's a way to make a very nice blend. Go a longer way, though it's not as good as the original stuff / the actual stuff. But the ability to have someone be able to give it to the people that live here is a nice touch.
Well, if you'd like, I'll see if I can't find some of those original plants and get you some seeds from them. See if you can't grow them yourself.
That'd be lovely.
I'm guessing these two are just pissing themselves, and we're just ignoring them entirely, talking about tea.
Pretty much. Okay. I could write a normal letter. You could check it yourself. Just let me go.
Again, we're not letting
Can't
you
do
go.
that.
We are letting you exist outside of Assandra's home.
You simply have. This is quite literally an ultimatum. For you,
Yes.
dwarf.
We're
Learn
trying to
to.
figure out which one of you.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out which one of you would be the one we are more easily able to control, and the other one would just be contained.
So it's a game, basically. Winner gets to live, loser gets to spend time in a penitentiary.
Listen. I will bow to you. I will bow to you.
No, don't you dare. People do not bow to me. I do not allow it.
Then what do you want? What?
We want to make sure the status quo is maintained for a little while until we can track down your boss. If you guys happen to know where your boss is, that'll
No
save
one
us
knows
a lot of time.
No one knows where our boss is.
Is he in the capital?
Yes, of course. Well, except in the capital, of course, but even in the capital, only like a high-ranking official, like the Empire himself, knows where the boss is.
Great. So he's in the capital, a place that's going to be tricky to get into. I was hoping he was hanging out somewhere else.
I mean, if he's in the capital, that's not the hardest place to get into. We've established this.
Yeah, well, we can get into it. The problem is how many innocents are going to die if we do.
Oh, right. We care about those again.
Hey, Ty. Good question for you.
Yeah.
Now, I don't recall if this is like a rule specifically in Pathfinder, but I know in like 3.5, you could use like sense motive to try and like size a person up to get like a rough idea of like what their hit die is. Like, I think it was like if you roll like within like 10 of what the DC for this would be, you can get like an approximation of like plus or minus 5. But if you get like within like a 3, it's like spot on. Give me a sec to see if I can find those rulings specific.
So, weirdly enough, you two are the hawk here was probably happily nomming on some rabbit right now. The hawk there is being more cooperative, and that thing's supposed to kill one or both of you if you betray your boss.
Let's see.
At this point, they trying to play Rochambeau to see whether or not. Like, okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn it.
As they just, fail to do this horribly, Vikram's gonna search the room.
Assandra's joined them in the rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I can't find what I'm looking for, unfortunately.
Okay, 41 to search this place. Do I find any hidden panels?
A couple of hidden panels. A couple of weapons. Yeah. Some notepads.
Ooh, I'm gonna look over the notepads.
As well as orders from their boss, like, hey, this is what we need you to do. Or, hey, such and such is coming to town. As well as other agents from the other remaining cities.
Okay, I found the ruling for 3.5, so I don't think that would apply here.
Yeah, I don't believe anything like that really exists except till Mythic. Sadly.
Yeah, there's something in like in the complete adventure for 3.5 where it kind of expands sense motive, so you can get like a relative idea of their strength in comparison to you. I don't think there's anything like that in Pathfinder, so that suggestion's out of the question.
It's whatever. So both these guys are still fighting over it because the thing is, look, the elf has already lied to us, and this dwarf is a terrible craftsman.
Oh, that's just mean, Vikrant. I'm certain that he would make a perfect craft.
Yes, it is
You
terrible at
craft him.
present.
You mean craft him into something, or let him craft things?
Yes.
I've got a feeling the dwarf probably literally pissed himself.
Yeah,
Oh, Vikrant.
especially since he's losing the game.
Oh,
Victor puts on his doctor's mask to hide the smell.
Vikrant, do I get to pick which one?
Fine, you decide which one you want. God, that smells atrocious.
Okay. Well, first up, eeny, meeny, geese. And she geeses the dwarf.
that is what I wanted to initially do, but all I had was lesser geese, and I needed to know if they had below 8 hit die.
No!
You cannot tell anybody about what happened here. That's your quest. It's relatively simple, but the thing is, you just can't tell anybody about it for the next year. You can't write it down. You can't say anything. Also,
So the status quo for a year.
exactly, everything has to be the status quo for a year. And let's see, I'm going to put lesser geese on you as well. She does lesser geese. You're going to accept this spell. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes.
Good. She pokes him with lesser geese, and
What's your keys do?
his new quest is become a much better craftsman. He has to become a much better craftsman by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that means you're the lucky one. Vikram says as he grabs the front legs. Laura grabs the back. Asandra, can you open the door, please?
Oh,
Bye, Mr. Dwarf. Have fun out there.
out of curiosity, what exactly is the elf doing? Like, is he like crying in fear and stuff like that?
No, he's wearing a new leather to prove that everything
No. They're both tied to a chair. They're both tied to chairs.
He's like, it's like, so long, friend. It was nice doing you.
Oh, no. The dwarf is the one that's getting to go.
Yeah, it's the elf that's getting chucked into the pocket dimension.
Wait, what? No!
Hence why I was asking, what exactly is the face of the elf look like as he realizes we're dragging him to the pocket dimension?
No!
Yeah, Laura's holding the back of the chair, Vikram's holding the front legs.
Oh, is he crying?
Sandra, can you open the door, please?
Is he like...
More like abject panic. Crying and tearing
Oh,
up.
none of that. No tears, please. It is a waste of good suffering.
Is Asandra opening the door?
Yeah, it's open. She doesn't mind. You can go in.
So we're walking in. Is there an orientation room for? Have you set up an orientation room since you're collecting more people by the day?
She's kind of working on it. It's there. It's got one of the assassins working it.
Okay, I guess we'll drop him off in that room.
Welcome to orientation to the pocket dimension. What job would you like? Trick question. You don't get to decide. Ignore the clay golems. They will punch you if you get in their way.
Like, no.
Vicar and Laura walk out of the pocket dimension, closing the door behind them.
As the pocket dimension is closing, there's Saloon's just waving and smiling at the guy as he realizes what's happening.
Like, help me.
None of that.
Isn't it? I don't know why they scream so much. It's not that bad in there.
Yeah. I mean,
It's actually not that
the
bad.
the ones that have it bad are like the ones that were unrepentant or pure evil.
Well, I mean that too, but I was more pointing out the fact that a lot of them don't seem to realize that I'm not that bad. It's just the propaganda.
She's also, I mean, you're eccentric, which doesn't help, but like, why do you think we're storing people in your pocket dimension? Sure, weird things will happen, but you're not going to kill them or, shred their immortal souls. Just freak them out a little bit. Eventually they'll become
exactly.
jaded. Eventually they become jaded.
Exactly. Nothing too odd. It'd be cruel to do anything more than that.
You just got to get them used to this weird little dimension. So, are you ready to go back to work so we can teach you how to properly use a forge?
Yes, I think my bird has been fed.
Yes. Now write a letter saying everything's fine. Now write a letter as you were instructed to saying everything is fine.
Okay, but remember, we have to have 2 letters. So,
Can you emulate your friends?
nope.
Well, don't worry. That's easy enough.
Oh.
Yeah. Mac.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I have I can make a clone of his friend. I can make a simulacrum that lasts for a day. I could just, use dominate and make him do it. The ability of magic is the fact that there's a loophole for everything.
Got it. It's not an evil spell. It's just a compulsion.
Exactly. So it's perfectly fine.
And it lasts 1 day a level, so you only got to re-up it, once every...
15 days? 16 days?
16.
So I can keep
once
it
every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can keep it up for half a month.
And all you got to do is say, okay, this is your only compulsion. Every day, you write a letter that everything is fine without any of the code words that say you're in trouble.
And he forcibly does just that. Like, oh, well, 1 second. He writes down a letter. It's like, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about.
As he writes it, I look it over and consider the code words he said. Are any of them included?
Nope.
Good.
Like, here, it's finished.
See, that wasn't so bad.
He attaches the 2 letters to the Hulk. Gives a whistle command, and the Hulk.
Before they do that, Vikram's gonna go, okay, new friend, and he goes down to the Hawk. What I'm gonna want you to do is just do your mission as usual. We'll make sure you're fed and well cared for here. But Haley, and Vikram's gonna point to his Hawk, is going to be following you. Do not attempt to evade. Just let her follow. She'll keep her distance when she's getting close to the capital. Here, have some more.
He's like, pretty much agreeing with you. And
yep, they both
at this point,
when the whistle is blown, they both fly out. Haley is trailing a little behind him, but keeps him in sight.
Right? They fly to the capital.
Haley obviously will not fly into the capital because, hey, destined holy symbol on her chest.
There's one on the bird?
Yes, it's built into her harness.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the chest part of her harness.
All this time I kind of figured it was like a little collar or something.
No. Haley wears a training harness. It gives me a couple extra points for handle animal with her. It doesn't really cost a whole lot, and it's just a great way to attach small bits of gear to her. Like she has a little belt pouch backpack. Yeah, so if I ever need to deliver things, I can technically have her deliver them. because it's not much weight. So the new hawk flies. Hele keeps that back. I'm presuming they both return after some time.
Yeah.
So there we go. Then I'm gonna bring the dwarf back to the forge, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna continue training him, but I'm not gonna be trying to annoy him. So legitimate training.
Yay!
Also, other guys that are making mistakes, they are not avoiding my wrath. I am going to make this place more efficient.
And they don't got an excuse.
They do not got an excuse.
And this guy was a spy, so he was probably just placed there because, well, we need a spy. You're the blacksmith. Fuck.
Okay, gentlemen. Now let's get this place more efficient.
Yes, sir.
Good sailors.
Also,
And with a couple.
Yep, so,
Go
hooray,
ahead.
hooray, more armor being produced. So yeah, we're producing better quality armor. Hooray.
More efficient, more fast. The everything. The swords are more sharper. The armor is more resilient.
So all in all, better quality stuff.
Exactly.
I've got a feeling that the forge master might be going like, oh, this guy's coming for my job, isn't he?
Like it's like, okay,
Excuse me.
who are you? You're clearly not just some normal dog.
Well, I am a doctor. I am also a master of armor, a master of making armor, both mundane and magical. Yet I cannot cast a spell.
Listen, you want my job, don't you? I will not give up without a fight.
I have no interest in your job. I have no interest in your job, my friend. I am merely here to improve this so that the citizenry have a better chance with what is coming.
What do you mean a better chance? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, sure you don't. And I'm totally not Vikram. I'm totally not Vikram the map maker. Whistle, 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 walking away.
Wait, what? Ah.
Just innocent whistle. Just that that innocent whistle. Yeah, Vikram just walking away saying doing that.
He's chasing after you at this point. Like, wait, what did you just say?
He's not going to let this guy chase after him. Vikram is going to do his standard. I'm gone.
He's going to be Batman and escape.
Like,
Vikram just turns a corner and, well, he's gone.
I better ask the mayor about this. And runs up to the mayor.
Vikram's observing from a distance, as always.
Like, mayor, you know, I think Vikram is. It might be. That might be. One second. He might rally the troops for when the time comes. We can attack the emperor directly.
That's not a very good plan right now. Vikram is leaning against the wall.
Of course, right now. Of course, right now. But what? Found out about a secret, huh?
Vikram takes off. Vikram's still in the doctor here, but he takes off the leather hood and mask, and they can see him. He goes, "Yes, the capital has a few. Let's go with issues with attacking right now. They basically are holding the innocent people hostage. Can't exactly kick that door down now, can we?"
I know. I heard the rumor.
Oh, also, your spy problem's been dealt with.
The spy problem.
Oh yeah, the dwarf. Yeah. We've got a geese on him. He has to every day say everything is fine in a letter, and the elf that was also working with him is currently being stored in a pocket dimension, and will also write a letter every day saying everything is fine. Also, the hawk is now our friend. That they use the delivery hawk is now our friend.
Good job.
Hey, it's what we do.
But yeah, this is the true face of Ironbound.
Yeah, so
We build weapons.
See, as I told you, I wasn't coming after your job. Just here to help.
Yeah, we build weapons and train people so that one day we could storm the capital and take down that false emperor.
Yep. Oh, well, that's good. Because we've already got a replacement waiting in Balor, the rightful emperor.
Who's the rightful emperor?
The one that was killed by Ryu. Yeah, we kind of dropped a lot of magic on the city, killed Ryu, and was able to obtain a sword. Got the souls out of it.
I mean, the technical definition is an earthquake happened. Several earthquakes happened.
Is that you just popping in? Your little dimensional window opens up.
I mean, no, she's with you guys now. She's got other things.
Vicar was the only one who entered here.
She's been following you. You know, it happens.
Well, I was just thinking, because you're doing the whole constant scrying thing, you just basically a window appears, you open it up, and you're just leaning in the window talking.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello,
I guess your friends have a right too, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the others are doing their various things. This is Sandra. She's not mad or evil, just eccentric.
I do have a couple of spies to see if we can sneak them into war, but right now, no go.
Yeah, the only other option would be
I maybe tried to make a couple of friends with someone from the what's the Roof Company to see if they can let us sneak past the walls.
Well, if we can't sneak past the wall, tunneling under it would take too much time and might be noticed. If only we could somehow get in from the top.
That is true.
I feel like everyone is looking at me.
Corinne is kind of looking, going like, look, I know there's some magical means of granting people flight, but the trick is the landing. I believe there are means of preventing, dying from falling.
No, the trick is to land without anyone notice.
I mean, that's also relatively easy.
Well, yeah, I know that you have like that crazy fast fly ability that you can hand to most of the group.
Just fly. Well, also just teleport people on top of the building.
Yep. Well, I mean, if we could get you to see the location where you're teleporting people to, that increases the chance of hitting your target, correct?
Yeah.
So we just got to get you up on a mountain with a really good telescope.
Well, yeah, because the better I know the area, the easier it is, because I can use normal teleport rather than greater teleport.
Well, this town seems to be relatively getting ready to go. I'd recommend sending a couple of merchants. Vikram does the air quotes to Balor to speak with let's go with Merchant Guild there for trade agreements.
Interesting. I knew battle was part of the revolution. I just didn't think.
Oh yeah, they're grabbing the navy piece by piece. Small town's already been cleared. We took out the lieutenant that was in charge of the contingent of guards that was there. Guy's was not too bright.
I mean, he's still not actually. Oh, wow, that's the 5th time today that he's just tried to run away from the boulder.
What happens if he runs away from the boulder?
Oh, uh, he he gets into the same cage as the bird.
Wow, that's kind of mean. Does the cage prevent him from actually dying?
Yeah,
Wait, isn't that cage only big enough for the bird and that's about it?
kinda.
So he's stuffed in there with the bird.
It's not a pleasant feeling for either.
Huh.
It's actually not what's happening at all. It's what he thinks he's happening, and what the bird thinks is happening too.
Note to self. Note to self. Make sure to send to Sandra. Basically the equivalent of holiday cards.
It's an illusion. Mostly because I couldn't think of anything else better to do right now, so it was a standby, honestly. I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
So,
I could work better.
You guys know much about Grimwell? That's the next city on our list.
Well, as usual, they probably have a couple of spies there as well.
So give us an afternoon. But how's the feeling of the town? Is it just as bad as is it just as hating of the capital as Iron Band, or are they legitimately loyal?
That's a problem. They are legitimately loyal.
Oh, we can fix that.
So what you're telling me is it might take us 2 days to handle this, not just one.
And the mayor is a former guardsman. Is a former is a former captain of the Wufu Empire.
Yep, I better get my doctor outfit on. We've got work to do. Oh. Are you? Did you just basically write that note down and just slip it into Vikram's hand?
Yes.
Like passing a note into class.
Yes.
Vikram just looks over and goes, "Aren't most of them assassins?"
Yes.
Look, I'm not even going to ask. I mean, you were given pretty much a blank check from Iomade, so just don't cross the line she put in place.
I'm not.
Are you edging those lines hardcore?
No, I'm good at not breaking rules.
I said edging the lines, not crossing them. Rocket walking right up to the line.
Maybe.
Okay, you're staying on this side of the agreement, so I mean you are dealing with Iomade the Inheritor. She is fairly legalistic, we'll go with that much.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Hey, as long as you don't cross the line, she's not going to stop you.
I wonder if we could do a lawyer duel.
So, Mayor, Forge Master, it's been a pleasure. Oh, Forge Master, the dwarf. He's going to be legitimately working on improving his craft. We guarantee.
Thank God.
But for the
Thank
moment
God.
being,
I know.
for the moment being, have someone double check his work. He still needs practice.
Do me a favor though before you leave.
Sure.
I heard that I heard that someone erected a city of a force to Asmodeus here. Can you destroy it?
Destroy what? Oh, a shrine?
Yeah, I think that's what he's asking.
Oh, you want me to destroy a shrine to Asmodeus? I don't even consider that a favor. I consider that my duty as a servant of Iomade. Give me about 10 minutes. You guys got some alchemist fire?
Yeah, of course.
Plenty of it. How much do you need?
enough to turn even stone to ash.
Here you go. She hands you a bag.
Vikrin is going to basically walk back to the hideout, take the shrine to Asmodeus, dump it in the town square, and then go, okay, let's see what this does. Chucks the bag of alchemist fire at this thing after putting several bottles in.
It's a bag of holding filled with alchemist fires.
Okay, I'm just gonna just dump a bunch of. I'm just gonna pile a bunch of alchemist fires, and just take one, and then just give it a good throw.
Yeah. There you go.
So now we got a bonfire of holy symbols and unholy symbols, unholy books, and Vikrin will just
standing around. Everyone's standing around and like, damn right.
Vikrin just sitting at a local cafe. He's got his holy book to Ioma to Desna, and just sipping some tea.
Like I said, everyone's like, damn right.
Vikrin's just relaxing. I mean, this is just what he does. This is how much he hates Asmodeus. Just purge it all.
There's nothing more purifying than fire.
Damn right. So, I guess we're gonna move up to Grimwall next.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll leave immediately then, since we're pretty much done.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You move over to Grimwall.
So Vikrin will just walk into town with his standard doctor attire, since apparently that's working.
Wait. Can I please, Vikrin? Please, just a few earthquakes.
Focus it on their military buildings and the mayor's house.
Fine, you do it your way.
Like, wait a second. Hold it.
He's
Turn
only
around and
he's only used his doctor outfit a couple of times, so there's no way they know about this.
yeah, but now everyone's suspicious about someone using a doctor outfit.
I've only used it over the last 2 days.
All right.
But they're becoming suspicious because they've learned. They're learning, Seawall. Don't you see? That's the most terrifying thing of all. They're learning. The NPCs know and learned.
And that you see another Hulk beneath next to the guard.
Okay. If a traveler's not welcome here, then I won't travel here. Then walks away. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Stealth.
What is this? Who is it? Some doctor. We have plenty of them.
I'll slip into town with it unnoticed. With a 45.
Hey, you slip on those.
I guess I'll go to where all the doctors are hanging out, since they probably all are wearing similar outfits. So, how does the hospital or clinic or whatever the heck they're calling it look these days? Temple of
it's like it's a normal hospital. Like, ooh, you must be the new doctor.
Ooh la la.
I'm a traveling doctor and adventurer. How can I be of assistance?
I thought you came from the capital.
Oh no, the capital is in very bad state of disrepair. I highly doubt any of their doctors are traveling from there these days.
What do you mean? Oh, right, the earthquake.
Yes,
Earthquakes.
Yes.
There was 2 of them.
Let's see.
I almost forgot. Yeah, I guess no new doctors will come at the couple a day. All right, all right, all right.
So, what do we have here?
Of, a couple of bears like mauled one by men, and well, we tried to save him, and well, we tried to save his life.
So, is he still like barely alive on the table?
Barely alive, yeah.
You are not dying on me, young man. And I get to work.
As well as the rest of the doctors.
Nurse, scalpel. I say that to the previous surgeon that was having trouble. I have demoted him to nurse.
Wait, what? He passed you the scalpel.
You're now the nurse in this
He
operation.
passed you a scalpel like. He passed you a scalpel like. Who are you?
Let's go with an expert traveling physician for
awesome.
And there we go. This young man should survive, but he is going to need plenty of bed rest. So 39 to heal check. Do I save his life?
Yeah.
Yep. He'll have some scarring, unfortunately, but he'll live.
I do have some skill, but remember, I've been up for like 12 hours.
Interesting.
But yes, you have some skill.
I think Vikram probably has one of the highest heal checks on the planet at this point.
Doctor, what? Someone, it's happened again. What happened? Someone got too close to the dragon's lair. Oh Jesus! How many troops did? How many?
Vikram's already there doing triage. 26. Not the best, but at least I'm patching him up.
How many victims this time? About 12.
By the time the doctor gets there, Vikram's already doing triage.
Like.
Okay, these men's burns are not as severe. They can wait. Just get them some cool, clean rags, and to soothe the pain. Get them some herbs as well. I recommend this mix. 1 part this, 2 parts this, combined with water. Yes, I know it'll taste bad, but it'll work. These men I'll deal with myself. You too. And he points over to the doctor and his assistant. I need you to handle the medium cases. He points over to the guy, the severe cases, but not the serious but not severe cases. While I handle the severe cases.
Who is he again? I do not know. But actually get to work. Why did people try to fuck with the dragon's leg anyway? Money, power. If it could take down one of the dragons, it's pretty much an instant promotion. Who knows?
Dragons are things you should not trifle with, unless you know exactly what you're doing. The dragon in that mountain is a very old one as well. It would take an extremely experienced team of adventurers to take it down.
This was a very experienced team of a former adventurer.
The key word there is former.
Well, they're former now, I think is what they mean.
If I had to guess what level these guys look like.
Probably about level 10.
Yeah, they're way under level for that. We were in the teens and would have trouble.
Like, and they slowly but surely patch them up. Now don't go after any dragons again. Or next time I just let you burn. Or drown or whatever.
Yo, checking general work around the hospital, just trying to disappear into the system. 37. Going to various patients and just making myself disappear into the system, as it were.
After a while, the normal doctors get used to you. Like, who's the new guy? I don't know, but he's just a traveling adventurer. I don't know. I guess someone hired him from the capital, seeing that, well, you can't exactly sense some the capital from doctor school in the capital, so who knows?
I'd like
Yeah,
to
I think.
note that underneath my robes is my quiver that also hides my bow. I've got an efficient quiver, yo. You can put a bow in there.
All right, so what's
No one will
everyone
know
else?
it's there.
All right, so what's everyone else doing while
Well, I'm going into the tavern like to try and like assess like what exactly like the feel of the town is. Again, Saloon is just dressed in like casual clothing.
Alara's going to basically kind of do the whole hooded cloak. He's going to use bring invisibility and just kind of walk around the town. And she's going to look to see if there's any temples in this town.
Oh yes, one standout temple, the Temple of Asmodeus.
She's putting on that on the to destroy list.
And people going in and out to pray and whatnot.
Kind of wish I was there because that way I could like do a sense mode of like to see like if these people are like actually genuinely praying or if they're just like following the motions, like just pray or die or something, like forced worship.
It's this kind of stuff is very Osmodian worship is very interesting. It's very odd. So yeah, let's see.
Like if the possibility is like forced worship of like I'm just following the motions so I or if my family don't die or something like that.
And that's actually pretty common among Osmodians. But they also try to gain favor trading things such as the nature of them.
Anyway, in the bar, like, welcome, friend. A traveler? A traveler?
Talking to me or someone else.
What's it called?
Yeah, I think it's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so since Seawall just stepped out for a moment, while I'm in like the tavern, just ordering like a drink or two, I'm gonna be like using like a sense mode of like to get an idea of like what exactly the general feel is around the area, like if it's like business as normal, like heightened activity, things that people are worried about, stuff of that nature.
Well, a little happy activity to make sure that you or your friends doesn't try to sneak into here. But other than that, like, well, okay, well, the town treats us well, and Asmodeus gives us what we want. Yeah, we have to pay a price, but other than that, yeah. Screw the good gods.
He's gonna be in trouble in the future. Saloon just continues drinking, continues having her drink.
The bartender walked up to you. I new in town.
What?
New in town. Haven't
Yes.
seen you here before.
Yes, I am new in town.
Haven't been to the temple yet.
I have not. I've been on the road for a while, so I thought just get a drink or two just to like relax her a bit before going.
I suggest you go to the temple. make sure you be enlightened, if you will, by the tower.
Sense motive. I'm getting bad vibes from that guy, as if wondering if maybe I kind of fucked up on broke cover.
Say again?
Basically rolling a sense motive. Does that seem like, as you're saying, like just something he'd say to pretty much everybody, or maybe something like indicating that maybe he's seeing through my attempt to not look like an inquisitor? So I rolled a 31
No,
for sense motive.
He said it to everyone that's new.
Okay. Alright. Once I finish my drink, I will. Have a good day, sir. And I just put some gold down on the table.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So
he places the gold. He places the gold to a bin that says to Asmodeus.
Note to self, in memory, get that 5 gold back. Plus whatever else is in that tip jar at the temple. And so I spend like a couple minutes, finish off my drink, and start heading to the temple.
Like, a new person. Welcome to the temple of Asmodeus. Please, come on in and be enlightened.
Okay. Does it look like a sermon is about to start, or...
Say again?
Does it look like a sermon is like about to start, or...
No, it's not about to start.
Okay. So I guess I can go into like one of the pews and like take out the equivalency of whatever like the books that they have there. And I start reading it. I kind of goes that saying, but Detect Evil would probably be going off like a klaxon, I'm guessing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, just looking at the book itself, just trying to try focus like Detect Evil just on the book itself. Is the book itself evil, or is it just a book that just happens to have evil stuff written in it?
Of course, the book itself is evil.
Okay. Thank God I'm not in direct. My alignment is not direct opposite of Asmodeus, because memory serves, I think he's lawful evil, right? Or was he chaotic evil?
Lawful evil.
Ah, phew. I'm lawful neutral, so I have a bit of protection. I have a bit of protection there, as I'm technically within an alignment of him. So I probably am not being heavily affected by that book as if it was somebody else. So I look through the book. Like, do you want me to make like a will save or something, or what?
I get a will save.
$37 to keep from being tempted by the dark side or something.
Alright, you're fine.
No, so I'll just start reading it.
Alright, well, while he's starting reading, Remy, what you going to do?
I am performing.
Right, so you're in the bar performing?
Yes.
Good, excellent. They do you some bars. They're like, God, yes. One day we will have you sing the praises of Asmodeus. But for now, your songs are are actually very well good.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from. I'm a traveler. I'm not really from anywhere.
Hmm. Too bad. I was wondering if I could stop by your hometown sometime.
Maybe. Yeah, but I'm a traveler, so traveling bard.
Of course, a bard and traveler is pretty much. Okay. Anyway, hopefully we see each other again sometime.
Yeah.
And someone leaves. I guess it's Sandro. What do you plan to do? Sandra?
V- Diplo, where are you?
I don't know. What will I do? What do you need from me, guys? I think I'm just going to just sit back and watch for right now. Do you want me to cause like a thunderstorm, an earthquake, tides, rivers and seas boiling, mass hysteria? I think mass hysteria is actually a spell. Let me check. Oh, is there a mass hysteria spell? Can I cast mass hysteria on a group of people? Oh. Well, confusion affects everything in a 15-foot radius burst. Oh, that's really small. That means I could only. Yeah, that's not enough people.
Oh boy. Well, I guess we take a pause for right now.
I don't know what you would do. Like Sandra's thinking.
That and Seawall's out for a moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, take a pause right now.
Also, I got distracted by Shaggy memes.
Oh, Shaggy. Oh yeah.
Because Shaggy's able to enter Alter Instinct, as we've learned through the canon of things, and considering the fact that when Shaggy's actually confident in himself, he's able to beat up a gang of bikers because that's a thing.
Oh god, yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah, and what is it? Because back in the day there was a crossover thing. Blah blah. So people are pointing out that something Ultra Instinct, blah blah blah. So people have taken that as a joke that Shaggy's able to use Ultra Instinct and taken it completely seriously. And I accept this canon that he can use Ultra Instinct because it's just fucking hilarious. The idea that Shaggy could then beat Vegeta. To be fair, everybody's beaten Vegeta. Krillin's beaten Vegeta. Gohan's beaten Vegeta. Hell, even after Gohan got depowered, he still is able to fight Vegeta. Because, let's be fair here, Vegeta needs to use Super Saiyan Blue as a crutch. Like, that's actually the thing. Vegeta always has to, like, raw power somebody to win. He doesn't ever actually have that ability to, That's such a big thing that Vegeta is such a solo player that his big badass moment is beating a guy who's like, I've gained God of Destruction powers temporarily. I'm a badass. And Vegeta beats him solo. But then it's like, oh, so who's going to fight with Goku to beat Jiren? Oh, what? It's fucking Frieza and Goku? Because Frieza's more of a team player than Vegeta? I want to point that out. Frieza is more of a team player than Vegeta. And Frieza is the epitome of neutral evil. And he's still more of a team player than Vegeta. Because that's just how much of a sore loser Vegeta is. let's be fair, he's lost everybody he's lost to either in a fight or something, and he holds a grudge against them all. Everyone.
That is strange but true.
Yeah. And also, he's weaker than Android 17. Yeah. But to be fair, not a lot of people can compete with 17, especially in an endurance match, because the whole he doesn't run out of energy.
He doesn't get tired.
Yeah, he does need to eat, but he doesn't actually need to. He can choose not to. Whereas, which is the difference between him and 18. Whereas 18 started out more powerful, she has to get sleep and has to eat. 17 doesn't have to, meaning that he can just 24/7 do stuff. That's a thing. Like, that's why 17's more powerful, because one of them can basically be like, I could just be here 24/7.
Didn't 18 become Krillin's wife?
Yeah, 18's
Yep.
also Krillin's wife. But the thing is, like, that's one of the things is she needs to eat and sleep. 17 doesn't, which is what makes him able to grow more powerful, because, well, being awake 24/7 because you simply can be is a thing that he does as a park ranger. Where, and those little details add in. I mean, let's be fair. When he fights Goku has to pull out base Super Saiyan to keep up with him. And, neither of them were going all out. And that was partially because 17 didn't want to damage the island. And he was able to keep up with Gold and Super Saiyan God and Ultra Instinct. Like,
I'm sensing there's been a little bit of power creep problems in that universe.
What?
Yeah,
Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Well, the answer to that is
The fact
that there's been power creep that's been a problem.
I mean, there's always been power creep, because the thing is, the arc from between Vegeta to Frieza, the power jump between what Vegeta was shown to be capable of and what Frieza was being shown capable of, like, Vegeta actively needed to put energy to blow up a planet. But that's the other thing. Like, Vegeta shows up and they show how powerful he is. He blows up a planet much easier, and it was noted to be harder for King Piccolo to do that. Like, there's a problem in the very first arc of Dragon Ball Z has a big power jump. And you don't need to look further than the fact that Raditz by power level is, if we use power levels as an actual metric, because despite what Toriyama says, like, power levels mean nothing. And it's like, yeah, they don't mean anything. Yet at the same time, you included them. So for some reason, you decided to include something that both means nothing and is a quantifiable way to measure a character.
You could always say that the smarter move would have said, look, the power level system isn't perfect. It's a loose measure at best.
Yeah, because the thing is, you can suppress your ki, and thus you just can be like, nope, I don't have any distinguishable power. As Trunks showed that, because he was stronger than Final Form Frieza, but only registered with a power level of 1. And that means that effectively he was able to disguise his power level to a fraction of, 1 in a million. Yeah. Which is, points out just how bloody crazy and dumb
also, the
power
line
levels are.
He's over 8,000. That's the actual line. They fucked up the translation.
Yeah.
Listen, the fact that and I love the original Dragon Ball, so I don't mind this, but the fact that Roshi was able to keep up even for a half second against Frost, which is pretty much a weaker Vegeta at full power without Golden.
You mean Frieza, but yeah. But the other thing is, that's the weird thing. Like, Frost is weaker than Frieza, but Frost's universe is stronger on average than the universe Goku is from, which is one of the weird dumb things. Like, this Your universe is in the bottom 3. There's only 2 universes weaker. What? How does that make sense? Well, it's just that all the really, really bullshit strong people come to Earth to fight you guys, and you guys have the Majin. What? Yeah, you guys are the ones that have the Majin, the doomsday thing that's, god tier levels of destruction. Oh. So we have all the shitty bullshit, really powerful stuff, but then that's our height, and then most of the rest of our civilization is really weak. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the law of averages screws them because they have so many weak people.
Which is really weird when you think about it. But yeah, just think about the fact that, what is it? Raditz is 6 times more powerful than Goku and Piccolo, or something like that. Like, their power levels, he's 1,700, and I think they're 500 at most. They're, so times 3 to, and they're maybe as low as like 300. So, like, their power levels together aren't that much, but then they are smart. So power levels also just register like raw output of energy. And then we have things like the fact that they point out Super Saiyan definitively multiplies your power level by 50 when you first get it. And that becomes your new base. And then afterwards, whenever you use Super Saiyan, it temporarily doubles your power by 2. Which makes you go, wait, how does that... How? What? I'm confused. Because, that all that math, it's like, why did you include this? Why did you write an almanac that notes that every level of Super Saiyan multiplies by 2, but Super Saiyan 3 multiplies by 4? Why include all this math and all these numbers if they mean nothing? Like, that's the problem. If you're going to include that much math, you need it to actually be relevant. If you're going to note that Frieza's power level is 1,200,000, excuse me, in his true full-powered final form, that's another thing. Like, that's what Frieza's power level is full-powered. 1.2 million. Vegeta was 9,000. Like, first major arc villain is 9,000. Second major arc villain, 1.2 million. And then fucking hell, I don't know what Cell is. But like, they stopped really keeping much attention to power levels. It's almost like Toriyama was like, I'm going to use these power levels as a system to, show us how much the characters have grown. And then realized, the fuck am I doing? This has gone too insane. The very next villain is, literally 1,000 times stronger than the last villain.
Power creep as finest.
Yeah, it's what I think happened is that's why power levels became meaningless. Toriyama had an idea that power levels wouldn't be meaningless, but then realized that the very numbers that they were using would make them meaningless.
Sorry, I'm still working on stuff over here. Are we looking for Kiri or...
I already did my thing.
We're waiting for. Yeah, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
but yeah.
I guess I'll continue doing shit at the hospital. Anything else happen, or is it pretty quiet over there?
It's pretty quiet over here.
Okay. Just making myself indispensable. Keeping an ear to the ground.
All right. As you not see Carrie, as you're leaving out, you actually do see a priest come up and pretty much start a prayer session together.
Okay.
Like old praise our smoothies. Thy light, thy savior. I don't know how to do as many prayers.
Osmodean prayers are readable things. God of contracts, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's weird.
And that, if you truly love fast movies, if you truly are on the Empire's side, then you just have a contract you have to sign. Sign this, and all your problems will be solved. Love life, business life, real life. If you don't want to sign the contract, take your time. Don't worry. But sooner or later, you will sign the contract.
Like him. Can I have him?
If Vikram doesn't get to him first,
Guys. He's got contracts. Contracts. I love contracts.
Everyone take it one step further. That's
Assange
so.
is gonna walk up happily.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She's gonna take one of the contracts. No. These won't work at all. These are awful contracts. Where did you get these? No. I'm talking now. I'm talking. These are awful. She burns them all. I'm talking. You listen. I'll write up the new contract because these are just awful.
Diggins, can you escort her out of here?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
And explain why.
I'm gonna look at what are the deacons? Like, what are the deacons dressed in, like armor wise and stuff?
Obviously, Asmillion gears and I forgot what his thing.
She's just gonna point at one, and he's gonna be Ash.
Yeah.
Hi.
No, it's Wanda.
I speak for many things, and therefore I speak for the law, and we're gonna do this right. As the one deacon's armored suit just clumples to the ground as his armor's gone. Here, I'll even roll the damage.
did you just roll like super disintegrate?
No, just normal disintegrate, which for me is super disintegrate. And I have like 8d6 sneak attack. So 203 damage.
Like you. I think I recognized this magic before.
Oh, you don't recognize anything.
How are you?
Oh. How am I here?
Yes, how are you here?
The will of the law brought me. Hi, Real of Real Incorporated. Nice to meet you. I'm here to talk to you about contracts and business. Isandra then just pulls out a pair of glasses. She's pulling out a little pair of spectacles and whistles, and an animated table is going to just crawl out of her bag and unfold itself, along with some pens.
Folding chair pops out next, of course.
Yep. The chair is not animated. That'd be cruel.
Ah, it's hot. What did you do to this chair?
The chair? What do you mean, what did I do to the chair?
Heated seat, it's more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done anything to it. We're just here to talk contracts. I think we're going to have you to revoke all those contracts. Those were awful contracts. We're going to reestablish them. We're going to rebuild everything from the ground up, and I think you'll like it. I mean,
those contracts was about Dennis himself.
I know.
that's Asmodee's second in command.
I'm aware. Ozzy's never dealt with a lawyer before.
I think he has enough lawyers in hell to deal with them.
Oh. Not the type that I am. Now then, are you going to be a good boy and listen? Or would you like to join your deacon?
As the chaos is going on, I guess what you're going to do,
Also, as she's saying this, 5 of the Sams just crawl out of the portal as well. So there's just 5 Sams just there.
At this point, the church is in a panic.
As this is going on, I guess I'm going to try and stealth into the back rooms of this temple. Mostly A, to like steal what collection money they got, because they probably gotten collection money, as well as to like.
No, this is not donations. This is required tithes. This is a dark church.
Well, quote unquote donations.
Yes. So Assandra's basically going
sneaking
to
into the back.
burn. Yeah, Assandra's going to burn every contract.
Well, we still have the soul trade.
Oh, that's where you're wrong.
What do you mean that's where we're wrong?
How do I say this? So does he have contracts with the souls?
Yeah.
She grabs them, smiles, curls them up, holds them, says, so these are contracts for their souls. They're immortal souls, yes?
Once they're signed, the only one that could burn was Asmodeus himself.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, no, there are so many ways to fuck over those contracts.
I know.
See, there's no names on them. She hands the back. They have no names on them.
Wait, what?
Oh, I just set them, to back when you first got them. No names, no contracts. And, well, since they have no names on them, they're worthless. So then, let's begin. I am here to educate you. And that is the law. This has to crumble. And she holds up a scroll. And therefore, we're going to renovate. She hands him the scroll. I suggest not opening that if I were you.
Renovate how?
Oh, well, let's start with, hey, Deacon, that I didn't murder.
Yeah.
You, I need a good lawful neutral god.
A lawful neutral god?
Wait.
Yes,
Abadar.
I need a good lawful neutral. Who?
Abadar. He is lawful.
You now follow Abadar. Do you understand me?
Wait, what? No.
You follow Abadar. She flicks at him. She's putting a geese on him. Your quest is to follow Abadar to make recompense for all of your failings for being in this church. And you, my lovely priest, well, I think I got a fun thing for you. See. And she's then going to just, suddenly the weather changes outside and starts snowing and thunder comes down, lightning. Magic is in my domain, and we're going to turn this city around to law and order and structure. And if you're going to follow law, you're going to follow it the right way. Do you understand me? We take little steps, Vikrin, little steps.
One second, I just step. Okay, go ahead.
Do you understand me? We're going to take it and we're going to redirect you. Not not the soul trade. That's worthless. We're not going to trade in people's souls. Do you understand me?
Uh,
Do you understand me?
yes, yes.
Good boy.
Jeez, it's crazy.
Okay. Ah. I'm not crazy. ah. She's going to lean in close and whisper in his ear. I am a Sandra.
Oh man.
And reckoning has come for you. Do, 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 do,
He
do,
backs
do.
off like quick. He
Oh no,
backs
no,
off.
no, no! One of the Sams just puts its hand on his shoulder. I didn't say you were allowed to leave. Did I?
What are you going to do with me?
Oh, you're going to help your deacon. He's going to be doing that. He's going to be doing what I just gave him, and you're going to be doing the same thing as well. And if you fail me, the buddy that I put behind you, his name is Gregory. Say hello, Gregory.
Hello.
The Sam talks because it's awakened. Gregory here will handle that. Gregory is we're remodeling this city. We're going to remodel everything. I would suggest, hello everyone. I am Sandra.
At this point, everyone's
Now
drunk.
everybody, she slaps her hands and puts silence on the group. Now everybody, since now I don't want you all screaming, pay attention. We don't want to make any racket. Now then, where was I? Oh, yes. I'm Sandra. You're all going to start following Abadar and the law. And then maybe, Aristril as well. Because he's another good example of a god to follow. Do you understand me? Is that clear?
A couple of people are trying to not know, but like, yes.
Yeah, well, it's more like silent stares because they can't speak because silence is on the room except for where she is. Goody. All right then. Well then, let's see. Those of you that don't follow those rules are going to have to deal with, bad things happening. Because let's fix this town. It's needing to be fixed a lot. And I'm doing it my way this time. So then, if any of you are the spy for the Emperor, raise your hand. If you do it now, I won't murder you and then raise you from the dead.
Those that have a yeast spell basically have to do that.
Yeah, Zone of Truth. Because the power of being a mystic theurge. So all of you, any of you that are, raise your hand.
And about three of them raised it. Three of them raised their hand.
Okay, you three. Come on up. Good boys.
What's going on now?
Yeah. Well, currently the church is silent. Because
wait. You guys just stormed the church?
And initially, I went there. I went there to blend in.
Maybe there may be two Sams at the front door guarding it, and two inside, and two Sams in the side doors, and one Sam next to the one remaining deacon.
Laura probably at this point has gone to go get Vikram. She knows he's at the hospital, so he'll be on his way to figure out what the hell.
Okay, you three. Are there any more spies for the Empire in this city?
One.
Okay.
He's
What's his name?
Gregory.
Also Gregory. Okay. Because Zone of Truth. So they are telling the truth, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. What does Gregory do, and what does he look like?
He's a bartender, and he looks like this.
Okay.
Can you describe him?
Okay.
Pretty much.
She pulls out a crystal ball where Gregory is.
Yeah, he's actually getting ready to write his notes about what's happened during the town.
Well, nothing strange has happened as far as he knows yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Gregory the only person to write a note today?
Everyone else has written notes.
Good.
Gregory's
Okay.
the last one.
Good. Well, he'll write his note. And let's see. Which of you wants to be the one to kill Gregory?
No one. He's my friend. He's our friend.
Good. I like that can-do attitude. That means it'll be more fun when I dominate you to kill him. Let me make this clear. One of you is killing him. Decide.
They can't.
Oh, no. Well, by the by, every hour that it takes you guys to decide, I'm going to take one of your limbs. Doop. She's now just floating on her broom as she's saying this. So come on, boys. Chop, chop.
Finally, the girl said, fine, I'll kill him.
Good. You're the one going to my pocket dimension. Bye. Just gone.
Wait, what?
If you're willing to turn on your friends, even if it's for a loss of an arm, because I only said one arm, then you need to be removed. So then, good news. I'm not actually going to kill Gregory. You two get to live your lives here and become good people and try and improve society. And to that end, she pulls out a scroll and triggers a geese and a geese on both of them. I'm putting a geese on you. That's your quest. You have to try that for the next decade. Failure, and well, you'll waste away, become weaker, less nimble, physically frail, and dumb.
At this point, when does Vikram arrive?
Do the Sams stop him, or do they recognize him and just let him in?
One of the Stams will let you in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Vikram is basically takes off his hood. It takes off his hood and doctor's cloak, so you see his normal gear minus his usual cloak.
Now, I know this may seem very frightening to all of you, but this is all for the protection, because let's be fair here. They were going to trade in your souls. And I just saved several of you from being burned in hellfire for eternity, or being used as fuel for forges.
Where's the priest of the temple?
What?
Where's the priest of this temple?
Oh, no. No killing him, Vikram.
I just want to talk.
You can talk to him later. He's currently busy writing out a contract that he's going to sign for the town of their new goal, serving Abadar. And he is going to burn all the Asmodean, or rather collect them all, help me collect them all, and then we're going to destroy them all. It's a fun little game. Everybody else, I'm sorry I'm being very, very scary to all of you. Is there any kids in the audience?
Yeah.
She's just going to make some candy.
Daddy, what is this? Just shop and take the...
And just a full healthy meal for the adult and stuff. Just a full healthy sandwich. No.
Is there are there still symbols of Osmodeus on the altar?
Yes, of course.
Would you mind if I deal with those?
Oh, no problem. Go around town breaking them all. And your new friend here will help you. Because as he knows, if he breaks the geese, well, he'll become a lot physically weaker.
Is it the priest that's walking out?
Yeah.
No, the priest or the
deacon. You can take either one. You can take the priest or the deacon or both.
Well, I'm curious if either of them recognize Vikram and know a bit about his past. That's the big question.
Like, obviously the priest, the deacon doesn't know who you are. She's like, so is you.
Yes, me. Humble servant of Desna.
You are like this, weren't you?
Pissing in Asmodeus's cornflakes is One of the few luxuries I take in life.
Mm.
Vikram pulls
If it
out his
wasn't-
bow and shoot and just takes out the largest holy symbol. Well, unholy symbol as it bursts into flames with holy flame. Holy weapons.
If it wasn't for your friend, I will kill you myself.
Not accurate. I mean, you would try.
You should check behind you, Mister. I'm gonna go with contract whelp. Yeah, contract whelp. Basically, Vikram is using an insulting term for a very low level priest in Osmodian terms.
Hey, Vikram, do you want to have a fight with him? Come on. Do you want to really see if you can beat Vikram? Hey, you know what? She actually pulls out a little bracelet. This will make you stronger and tougher and faster and smarter and wiser. You put this on. See if you can still beat Vikram. I'm not even lying. That's exactly what it does. You can tell. Because
Will you be
I
putting
don't
any
need to
stipulations
lie.
on me, or?
Well, he can use whatever weapon or spells he wants. No killing him, obviously.
I'll keep less lethal.
Yeah. And this is a power boost for you. So do you think if you have this, you can beat him, Mr. Priest?
No, I'm just a man with a claw.
Well, you just said you would kill him if you could.
He sees Vikram cracking his knuckles.
Well, don't
Maybe.
boast if you can't back it up.
Coward. Cowards as always.
Mm.
It's true.
Now, if you excuse me, I've got more unholy symbols to purify with.
Oh, well, I
Holy
actually
light.
have a job for you. I'm going to teleport you to go meet a friend. The last spy.
Oh, what do you want me to do with him?
I don't know, whatever we do with the last other spies. Convince some other things.
I could whop him on the back of the head and, bring him back here after he writes the note and sends it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to teleport you there once he's done that. And, yeah, because, she'll just teleport him there once the note's done. And
I'm not even going to be subtle. The guy just, I guess after sends it, he turns around, he sees Vikram there.
Yep.
All right, so he walks up. So he walks up the back room. All right, so he walks up the back room, and he's about to send the command to fly from the
It's
bar.
after. We wait till after it's been sent.
Yeah, after.
I probably would have seen the hawk since I went into the back room.
Oh, he went to the back
Yeah,
room?
I said I was going to go sneak into the back room to
the
steal stuff.
Of the bar.
Oh,
not
of the bar. Okay,
bar.
I thought you were still talking about the church.
Yeah, no.
No.
There we go. And teleport. After he sends the bird out.
Kick off.
Like, go. And he sends the bird out from the bar.
Yep, and Vikram is just leaning. Vikram is just kind of leaning, waiting for the
He
guy
was
to
like-
turn around.
Oh, shit.
Howdy, I'm Vikram.
And he recognized you and runs.
You're just inhaling the inevitable, my friend.
Fuck you.
I'll give him a head. I'll give him a head start. I'll be nice, and then bounding at speed 50, bounding around at speed 50.
Meanwhile, Saj is just playing this on the crystal ball for Saloon. Look, he thinks he can outrun him.
Vikram looks like he's doing a brisk jog and keeping exactly 30 feet behind the guy as he just runs through the city.
I mean,
Why am I picturing in my mind the image of like Saitama when he's like doing like that speed walk after Boros?
I mean, it's kind of accurate. To be fair, his double move is 100 feet. This guy's run would probably only be,
30.
120. So, yeah,
And that's assuming Vikram isn't clicking the boots of his heels. It gives him an extra 30 speed.
Yes. Thus, your run would just completely overtake him.
Also, you can only run for so long.
Yes. But I'm pointing out, like, running wise, he just can't escape.
Yeah,
Right,
like, as long as he stays in the city, which is urban.
Yeah, he's trying to run to the church.
Oh, yay! He's coming to us. Yay.
Yeah, Alara's just standing outside with the Sams. Are either of the Sams sentient?
The Sams that are here, the two that are out front are in fact able to speak and stuff. Yes.
Okay, I guess Alara's conversing with them about the sword fighting, their techniques, and basically she's just mildly bored.
I mean, we just gotta swing things. I mean, we're kind of just really, really strong and really, really durable. We don't really need techniques. We're 12-foot tall suits of samurai armor that have animated.
That is a completely legitimate strategy.
He just a look at along the Sams like, and he's trying to find his way out the city completely now.
Out where?
He's trying to leave the city. Oh, that won't do. Well, anyways,
wait, he's trying to leave the city?
Yeah.
I want to remind you that
Vickern just appears
raining.
jogging next to him. Vickern just appears jogging next to him and goes, hello.
He stops and slips because he just realized it's raining now.
So, are you going to come quietly, or am I going to have to use this? And he holds up a sap.
All right. I will come.
Okay, let's go. Kind of hand on shoulder, leading the guy forward. I've got a sap in the other hand, just in case he tries something. Perception to keep an eye on him, make sure he's not being sneaky and trying to pull out a knife on me. $46 to know if he tries to draw a dagger.
He's trying to draw a dagger, but he realized that,
I'm not letting him know that I'm keeping an eye on him. I would not even react until he has the dagger out.
But he realized that is a futile effort and continues.
Oh wait, is it that moment from Dread where Anderson says he's considering reaching for your gun? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's reconsidered it. He's reconsidered his strategy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I could probably go for my. Wait, no, there's two literal 12-foot tall pieces of armor and things.
And a paladin just hanging out with them.
And for some reason, there's just a rabbit staring at me, and I have no idea why.
The rabbit disturbs me.
Wait, is your rabbit sitting nearby just staring at things?
Yes.
Does Vickern notice the rabbit?
No. You don't understand what I've done to my familiar. If you see the familiar, then you're already dead.
Yeah.
I may have put a permanent invisibility on the rabbit.
Got it.
I actually don't remember if I can actually permanency invisibility, but it's something I'm thinking about doing.
You can only do it on objects.
Yeah, but I have given the rabbit a earring that does in fact have, multiple, just increases all their stats by a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a tougher, stronger, more
Vickern
physically fit
brings
rabbit.
the guy to the front door. Alara will take the other shoulder, and they'll walk both of them in.
Jeez, what happened? I don't know.
We went for a jog. I would call that a fairly accurate description.
This crazy woman walked up here and...
I mean, I'm not crazy.
Be glad she's the one that confronted you and not me. I have a bit of baggage with the Osmodian cult.
It's true. Speaking of which,
I don't know if you'll excuse me. I'm going to deface the altar with, well, I should say purify the altar with symbols of destiny. Anyone got a problem with that?
No. Look at the Sams.
Oh, come on. You
And
can
he
speak
said,
freely here.
The Sams don't mind. There's 5 of them. I want to see them try and take on one of them. Sure, this is a fair fight. The Sams have hardness
You know
15.
what? I should include other holy symbols too. Can I get a list from everyone? What holy symbols do you think I should carve into stuff?
Hello?
I mean, I know Abadar. We would probably want to put one of his, god of civilization, very respectable man, very respectable deity.
Oh, yes. Make sure to gather all the Asmodean symbols and stuff. And basically anybody that's a bit too loyal to the Empire. Actually, that's actually. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Vikram, just find me all the holy symbols of Asmodeus in the city, but don't actually touch them.
Vikram puts on his forged gloves and pulls out a pair of tongs. Will this work?
No, I just need to know what buildings they're in.
Oh, this may take a little while. Let me get a map.
Yeah,
Let me make a map of the city, mark the rooms.
Yeah. You, your friend do that. All the people in this town that help doing this, she's going to pull out some scrolls. Get a nice little scroll of feast.
Okay.
This is enough food to supply.
46 perception to find all the holy symbols, and I guess I'll probably have to roll cartography to map all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, how many are there?
Okay, I think I get very accurate drawings. 38 cartography.
A grand total about 25.
Okay.
Including the church itself.
Well, I've already destroyed several in the church, so.
Yeah, Sandra just smiles and nods and is like, okay.
Yep. Victor just comes up with a very accurate map of the city with the exact locations of each of them.
Well, it's already storming, so all of a sudden from the sky rains fire, and it will just hit those holy symbols.
I hope I'm safe in the back of the church.
No. Any wood or any other objects that I do not want to damage with these is not damaged. So it will damage people that are inside, right next to the holy symbol, but you have to be right next to the holy symbol and thus praying to it actively. Otherwise, it just won't damage the building. It will just blast the holy symbol. For, well, more than enough to make the holy symbol slag, as it will, yeah. And the amount of fireballs I can make is, are you ready? I can make 30 of them.
Oh, goody.
And they all do 15d6 damage.
So what you're telling me is some very faithfuls are about to get cooked.
Yeah. So 15d6 plus 30, because I get that thing. 74 damage to all the Asmodean holy symbols, which gets cut down to 37, because objects take half damage from elemental, which is still enough to slag all the holy symbols.
Well,
and it doesn't set
wood. Is it?
Oh no! I can choose to not set wood on fire.
No, wooden holy symbols exist. Wouldn't they?
Yeah, I know, but I'm pointing out that the buildings themselves won't be damaged, which is the point. I'm making is that I can target the wooden holy symbols and they'll just be evaporated. Metal ones will be slag. Same with other precious metal ones, and the buildings that they're in will not be damaged. And any poor bastard that's near one of those holy symbols takes another 41. So, yeah, 115 damage.
You're looking for the term "well done."
Yes, and I still have 5 more. which I'll just sprinkle around the city in places where there's not people. Just around the temple of Asmodeus, almost like fire is rained down by the gods. And there we go. Nice thunderstorm. Now I'll do this as well because I have one of these. Call lightning. There we go. Now it really looks like a storm from a storm god.
Nice.
There we go.
I'm just going to go ahead and just start carving various holy symbols of the gods of the good neutral pantheon into the pillars and where there were Osmodian holy symbols that we've destroyed in this temple.
So basically, you drop down the equivalency of Dalmor's lightning lance.
Yeah. Also, I'm leaving the 5 Sams that I summoned here to help with the city because, it's kind of hard to kill a Sam. It's just like they're literally lawful goods and their alignment can't change because they have to remain within one alignment of me. And I'm neutral good. So, oh my goodness, they're neutral good, not lawful good anymore. Oh my god, that's horrible. Except, no, that's good. And
they just don't. They just are a little bit more willing to bend the rules. That's the only difference.
Yeah, they're also literally strength 22. Sure, they're only 8 dex, but they're int 12, wisdom 13. Sadly, their charisma's not the best. It's only 5, but
Is that a large amount of lawful good horses currently? Horses without riders currently riding toward the city with an army. The horses you awoken.
I mean, probably they're somewhere. I mean, they're not necessarily loyal to me. I don't have to. They're charmed by me for the first month, which is a benefit of Awaken. Actually, that may only be a benefit of Awaken at 5e. I forget. But yeah, also, I'll awaken some. I'll give some kid a lawful good dog by awakening their pet dog.
Aww.
And just some other things like that. Ooh. Just
let's see. I'm gonna roll a.
Oh yeah. Wait.
check.
Yeah. Sams have hardness of 15, so you need to either ignore hardness by having an adamantine weapon or having like a really high enchantment weapon. They move 40 feet, so they're not as fast as Vikrin, but they're scarily fast.
Vikrin only in preferred environments. Basically, urban, forest, and desert wasteland.
Yeah, but the point is they're not as fast as you in the city, but they're still faster than a normal person. They just have a flat-footed AC of 18.
Not bad.
Yeah. So, they only have 64 HP, but they can trigger their Rune of Shielding, and it lasts for 3 minutes, and then they have to wait a minute before they can use it again, but it makes them immune to Magic Missile and gives them a +4 to AC. So, they become 22. And, all their attacks are done, and they get to make 2 of them. And they are +9, and they do a d6 +9 plus 2d6 fire damage. Because, got to keep with that theme of holy fire. And finally, when they get hit by a melee attack, they do 3d8 lightning damage to everything around them.
Damn. So I roll a 38 to start engaging in various rituals to purify this temple and dedicate it to the gods of light and neutrality.
Yeah. After a while and no resistance, you pretty much succeed.
This is our temple now.
Everyone's just at this point. Everyone's like gathered at the church. Like, what happened, Daddy? Is something wrong? Nothing, dear, nothing. I feel some goodness from this church. Just ignore it, honey. Just ignore it. as you can see, the kids are more receptive to the good gods than the adults.
And then Vikram starts doing the sermons.
Like, it's actually fun. Just ignore it, dear. Just ignore it.
Oh, you're talking about Vikram, an adoptive son of a Desnan priest, a servant of Desna himself. He's not letting this one go.
Like I said, the does like just ignore it. Come on, just ignore it. It'll be right this ring as soon as they leave.
The sermons
Like,
intensify.
huh? And
The sermons intensify.
and the truth is like, but I don't want this to go away. Come on, just why is he so loud?
He's covering sermons from multiple faiths, not just Desnan, but Iomedaean, Abadarian, gods of light, love, knowledge, all of them. He's covering all the neutral and good gods that he can think of off the top of his head.
One second, my daughter's here. But can you help me about this guy here or this guy here? Pretty much the children are willing to switch to a good god.
Okay,
Hello?
so they're asking Vikram to what are some good gods to follow.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go over the general pantheon that he's very familiar with, as well as a lot of the neutral gods as well. He has no problem with a lot of the neutral gods because they tend to side with the light over the dark. Because the neutral gods are also part of the gods of creation, whereas the evil gods are generally gods of destruction of various types. So it's kind of you see where the neutral gods tend to end up. They either stay out of it or generally side with the light. There are some exceptions, but they're not a ton. So Vicar would go over the various pantheons, things of that nature. But yes, I don't know how long we want to stay in this town, but Vicar can lead sermons daily, easily enough.
Some I think would be on a time limit. Yeah. Also, Ty, what exactly do I find in the back room of the church? Okay, so I guess Ty's out for just a moment.
All right, back at church. Like I said, a lasso contract, regular contract, a, a shitload of Death Note books. So not Death Note books, Asmodeus book.
Burn
As
all of
well.
them.
Huh?
Burn all of the Osmodian holy books.
As well as some devil contracts. No, just in case something goes south, you could call a devil. You could summon a devil.
You mean like us kicking the door down?
Mm-hmm.
I did think that I they, they did think that Sandra just walks into the door and says, "This is white," and says, "Okay, now that we have your attention," like, wait, what?
Also, I stepped out for just like a quick moment. What exactly did I find in the back room of the church?
You found contracts. You found holy books to Osmodius, which I said burn them all, and a couple of contracts that can summon devils in an emergency.
Yep, so I burned those. So, like any of the holy symbols back there, could they just be burned down to like the precious metals they used to be made out of?
Oh, those have already been slagged. Asandra made sure of that, and Vikran also took out several of them by using them as archery practice with his holy bow.
Okay, so basically just scorched earth. Nothing to collect.
We scorched earth. I've basically done what I can to dedicate the temple to to kind of a general blessing of the gods of light. We basically purged the darkness, and instead, this is now a temple dedicated to the light. So their holy symbols are carved into the walls on the altar.
And the church and the kids are more receptive to the light in the dark. There are like a couple of adults that say, okay, this is a bad idea, and it's pretty much helping out the kids, but it's still going to be a long way to go. But at least it's forward progress, if you will. Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
Howdy.
I guess this will be a good time to break.
Okay then.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot today. We took care of 2 cities.
Yep. We've got the ones in the west, Spirit Bell and Mistfair next. Then the capital will truly be alone.
Yep. Question is, how do we want to get to the other cities?
I'm thinking we scoot across the north.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.